Welcome to Sahaja Yoga and our program, which is Meditation's First Steps, Part 3. And today we are going to talk about the elements and how we can use them to assist us in our meditation. And to help me today, I have Margaret, who is going to talk about some of these elements. But before we start, let's have our first meditation, which is to rise our Kundalini within us and start to feel on the central nervous system the state of our subtle system. So within us we have an energy, a motherly energy called the Kundalini, residing into the sacrum bone, which is at the base of our spine. And when that energy rises, it opens up the different chakras or plexuses at the physical level we have within us. And when it opens the seventh center in the brain, at the area of the fontanelle, we get what we call self-realization. And when we get self-realization, we get into a state of awareness that's much more expanded compared to a normal state, where we become aware of the subtle qualities of the different chakras we have within us. But not only that, we start to enjoy the thoughtless awareness, where we're not bothered anymore by thoughts when we meditate. And that's where we can go deeper as human beings and in our spiritual ascent. So to get that self-realization, it's a very simple process. And we are going to do it together today. I'm going to show it to you first, and after that we'll play a video of Shri Mataji and Her, that the founder of Sahaja Yoga, that will walk us through the actual process of self-realization. So how to do it? It is very simple. Sit relaxed on a chair or on the floor. Put your hands on your laps like that. And I will show you how to move your hands to make that happen. And I'll show it to you first because we are going to do it eyes closed when we get through the process itself with Shri Mataji. So the left hand will always stay on our lap, and the right hand will move from one center or chakra to another one. And while doing that, we are going to talk about the qualities of these centers by saying affirmations or asking questions. So let me show you how we do it. Left hand on our lap, and the right hand will start. We start by putting the right hand on our heart. And the right hand will always move on the left side of the body. We'll put our right hand on our heart. Then we bring our right hand down, and you can do it with me. The right hand down just under the rib cage, still on the left. Then you put our right hand at the lower part of the abdomen. We bring it back up under the rib cage. Back on the heart. Then we put our right hand at the junction of the left shoulder and neck, and we can move our head towards the right a little bit to bring some tension in that center. Then we can put our right hand on the forehead across, bend down your head. Then the right hand will go at the back of our head, and we can tilt the head upwards like that, like if the head is resting on the hand. And to finish the process, we are going to put our right hand on top of our head. So stretch your fingers so that the center of the palm, which represents the seventh chakra here, is in a good contact with this center. So you put your hand, you can press it hard, almost moving the skin on the skull. So you can turn clockwise, and here we are going to ask for self-realization. All right? Shri Mataji has founded Sahaja Yoga in 1970, and since that time she has spent her entire life giving self-realization to seekers all over the world. And now Sahaja Yoga is following her teachings and is practiced all over the world in many, many countries. So let's listen to Shri Mataji.
Just put your hands towards me. Just like this. It's good. You're all thoughtless. If you see, there's no thought in your mind. And complete silence. Enjoy this. This moment is going to transform your life. Take it from me. You may not realize today, but you'll realize it very soon. Strong. Have faith in yourself. That's the main thing. It's beautiful.
I went to Australia and I was surprised the language that they use has mostly Sanskrit words. Like the river on which we were on the bank of which we were living was called as Paramata, means the primordial mother. I was surprised how this name was given to that river. Paramata, I asked any Indian, he will know about it. And it's something that we had an all-pervading knowledge of this, even in England, and must be in America also. I should find out some places where I'll be able to locate these things, especially the old Indians who lived in America. I saw them in Chile and in Argentina and in Colombia. And they knew so many Sanskrit words in their ritualism and all that. I was amazed how the Sanskrit was with them, from where did it spread, and how did they have this knowledge of Kundalini. But this knowledge was a secret knowledge for many years, thousands of years. There was a poet called as Markandeya, who lived, I think, they say about 10,000 years back. He has described about the Kundalini. But he has just described that she resides here and she is awakened and she passes those chakras and all that. But not in details and not very clearly, in a very mystic language. Now what happened in the beginning when people started their civilization, say in India, they first were faced with the nature. Though in India nature is very kind. You can live under a tree or you can live under any shade that you can get, even in a cave, and you can be quite happy and you can eat some fruits, and the climate is so good, it's not so cold and so hot and all that, so one can live very happily. And they had solved their problems like these, some people, and they were living in the forest and they started thinking about their own existence. Why are we here? And when they started thinking about it, they meditated. And in meditation they discovered lots of things. And the thing that discovered that we have within ourselves a residual power called as Kundalini. And this residual power is the power which is not manifested. It is sleeping. It has created the whole of the universe that we are, and yet not manifested, because it has to manifest giving you your self-realization. This is the power of desire within us. The desire to become one with the Spirit. And that's how they believe that there is this power that existed in all human beings and that it should be awakened. Today I am trying to give you the little history of this, because one by one we will be going through the whole thing. Now there is another group of people who just felt that first of all we must try to master the elements. And from these seers, they got information to do that. You must use the fire element, worship the fire element. And they started worshipping the fire element and started doing the Homa and Havanas, and the Vedas were written for exciting the fire element and other elements, all the 5 elements. So all the Vedas were written how to master these elements by pleasing the deities that rule us. Even in Greece they believed that everything has a deity, like they called the Varun, we call it as the one Neptune, the one who is the lord of the sea, is called as Poseidon. They call it Poseidon to that special deity like that. And they believed in it that that is so. The trouble is at that time they did not start rationalizing or sort of deducting it on this. They believed in their seers, and whatever their seers told them, they believed it, and they started working on that, and they wanted to excite these elements. The result of that is today's modern science. The modern science that we have got it because we have been able to master these 5 elements. Now these 5 elements also that we have mastered. In our own freedom we might have created lots of problem for ourselves. For example, we have created an atom bomb. One can say that by mastering this, what we have done is to create an atom bomb and a neutron bomb and this bomb and that bomb. But also for your good. Because once you have created it, it's sitting like a devil there. Now you are all frightened of it and no more wars. Because if any more wars start, you are all going to be finished like that. So even this devil that you have created, he is frightening you from there and grinning at you. All right, you have created me, now you better behave yourself. All such enterprises move in one linear direction and they recoil backward. Anything you try. Now you try to create plastic. Now plastic is sitting on your head. You don't know what to do with your plastic. You do anything like that, it comes back on you and it challenges you. For example, now we can say that when we have got everything around, I mean in New York, you see, you have got cars, you can move about, you have got food, you have got affluence as it is, you are affluent people. But people are running away from affluence. They have taken to counter cultures. They are fed up with this, all these plastics, nylons, finished with it, and now they are seeking something else. They are taking drugs and running away. They don't want to carry the junks of their parents. There are different type of people that are born. The same thing for which they were striving so much has now bothered them so much that they are trying to run away from. So the reaction is built in on all these endeavors that we do with the elements, because elements cannot give you joy. No matter can give us joy. We think it can. For example, if you want to build a house, all right, I must build a house, I must have mortgage, I must have this, that, and you build the house. Still you are sitting miserable as if there is mourning on. What's the matter? Now must have a car. All right, you have a car. You have a car, you have a house and everything, and then you want to wear torn clothes. Why? Because now I belong to counterculture. Why did you strive so much to have a house and a car and all that pomp and show and style, and now you are going for a counterculture? Because you are not satisfied. And basically, economics says this very clearly, that one want is satiable in general. In general, it is not satiable. The wants are not satiable in general. You want to have one thing, then you want to have another thing, want to have another thing. And then you get so fed up with these monkey tricks that you want to give up. You don't want to be monkeys anymore. Had enough of it. Like in England when I went, most of the people who came to me, I asked them, what are you doing? Mother, I am successfully unemployed. That's a big cry against unemployment. Mrs. Thatcher is so much worried that, you see, people are unemployed, but they are successfully unemployed. They want unemployed. That perhaps she does not know that they don't want to work. Had enough of it, this matter, we don't want it. So they started running across, finding out, and the time has come now for many seekers to be born. Now seekers who are beyond the seeking of material life. They're fed up. They want to seek something. At this juncture, the market started sending the news to people that, this is the place where you can make money. So the thing got flooded, especially your America, with all the great thugs of the world to come down here and settle down nicely, exploiting you. That's what it is. So the history of these people works out this way, that now they are here. And we do not know what to do with ourselves and with them. But one should know that the nature has made us a human being. He has created us from amoeba to this stage for some purpose. And if God has created this creation with such care and us with some creation, there must be some purpose.
My name is Margaret. Now we're just going to talk about a simple clearing technique to help to balance and to clear out some of the chakras. So as we have known from before, it's been explained that our chakras go out of balance. We can either be on the right side, very busy, very hectic, or on the left side, we can be quite lethargic. So to bring our chakras back into balance so that this energy is able to flow and to bring us to this point where we are thoughtless and our mind is quiet, we have some very simple techniques. The first one I'll talk about is foot soaking. So as we may have mentioned before, our body is made up of the elements, and we use the elements as clearing techniques. So the lower chakras, apart from the first one, are made up of water actually, and we can use water to clear these chakras. So in its purest form, foot soaking, you could do it at the beach if you're near the beach. So it's the element of water and it's the element of salt, representing earth actually, earth element. And so this can be done at home. You have a basin of water, so you just use that for foot soaking. Water as cool as you can bear, you don't want to torture yourself, but as cool as you can bear, water with salt, and you have a little container to rinse when you're finished. And starting with, we'll raise our kundalini, put on our protection, our bandhan, and then we'll put our feet in the water. This is a very good technique for, especially in the evening time, we're finished our day, we can sometimes, maybe our mind is a bit busy, we've been working, and it's very good to cool down this side, the right side here, this area here, the liver is where it produces all the energy for our thinking. So it's very good for there. It can also be done in conjunction with, if you're feeling very, your mind's really busy and you can't switch the thoughts off, you can put a cool pack on your liver, an ice pack, as much as you can bear. You don't want to be uncomfortable. And this can be done for 5-10 minutes. It can be also done in conjunction with, for example, we'll talk about mantras and we'll talk about affirmations. It can be done, we sit in front of the photograph of Shri Mataji and we can ask, please cool down my right side, please cool down my thoughts. So, and again, if you're at the beach, if you live near the beach, that's a really good thing to do on the beach. You're surrounded by nature, so it gives you a very good feeling of peace actually. So that's that technique, and we will talk a bit more about this. Very good before bed, if you don't sleep or you can't switch off, it's a really good technique, and it's for either right side, left side. It's one of the really good techniques. So that's that one. Another very simple technique we can do, so we talked before about the right side, the future, the sun channel, all about our thinking, our action. And then we have the left channel, the blue one. It's all about the past, it's all about emotions. We can be, if we're out of balance, we can feel lethargic, we can feel like unmotivated. So what we can do just with our hands and channeling the energy out. So what we want to do is we want to then bring the balance between the past, the future, between action, between lethargy or emotion into this center here, which is the path to where we can achieve thoughtless awareness. So when we can sit down, again we have a photograph of Shri Mataji, and we can, hands palm upwards, this is the receiving the energy. For the left side, the left channel, we're going to use the element of earth. Now this is really good if you can sit outside on the earth, taking our right hand and we place it on the earth. You can close your eyes, just take a few breaths inside, and we can ask, Mother, please remove all blockages or all negative energy from my left side and pass it into the earth. Just take a few minutes. So it's like we're using, it's like channeling the energy. We're taking in the positive energy in our left side and we're passing it out, displacing the energy out to the earth. So just take a few minutes for that. You can even ask, please take my attention from the past. And then we can ask, again, always in our heart, please give me the power of pure desire, of pure knowledge. When we're ready, we can take our right hand back on our lap and we raise our left hand up, palm facing backwards, fingers towards the sky. And here we're going to channel out the excess heat from our right channel. And here we can ask, please cool down my right channel. Please remove all heat from my right channel. Please cool down my thinking or any stress or anxiety. Please take my attention from the future, which I have no control over, which is not predestined. Just take a few moments. And as the right side clears, as we clear out that heat or that excessive energy or those futuristic thoughts, then we can ask, please give me the power of pure action, which is the power of our right side, the power of pure action. We can take our hands to our heart level, and now we can ask, please let me be in the present. Please let my attention be in the present. And with your right hand, we can start with our hand raising our energy very slowly. Full attention, raising our energy up from sacrum right up to the top of our head. So we can do that 3 times. Mother Kundalini energy, please rise through my central channel. Please give me the state of thoughtless awareness, the present moment, which is reality. Just take your hands down, keeping the attention above the head, beyond the thoughts. We can sit for a few moments in meditation. If the thoughts come, just keep bringing your attention back. We are the master of our thoughts.
Thank you, Margaret. That was an amazing meditation. So not only we have seen how to use the water to cleanse our system, to use the earth element as well by putting our right hand on the ground. It's also great to use the earth element anytime during the day. When we walk, looking at the ground, it's very good. Looking at the grass, which is very soothing. Sitting on the ground as well, or using the air and the ether elements by putting our left hand towards the sky to cleanse our right side. And certainly all the heat is then going into the air, cooling our system, our subtle system. Now I would like to show you another element we can use to improve our meditation. And that's the fire element. And the fire element is used to actually cleanse the left side as well. You don't use it to cleanse the right side because that's the overactive side, so you don't want to heat it up even more. But the fire can be used to cleanse and to help the left side. So how do we do that? So the first thing we do is when we meditate, we can have a photo of Shri Mataji, and in front of the photo of Shri Mataji we can put a candle. And certainly that candle is not there to focus on, but that candle will help bring the left side in balance. So when we meditate with a candle in front of us, we can also use a candle and put it a little bit back behind us when we meditate. So if you are sitting on the floor, just put the candle behind you. If you are sitting on a chair, you might use another chair just to put it behind you at the level of the second chakra. What you can do is what we call the technique of 3 candles, is have one at the back of it, and when you meditate also have one in front of you, like that. And that's only to be used if really you struggle to feel coolness in your left hand, if your left hand is very hot. And as I said earlier, don't use that technique if your left side is cool and it's more the right side, the right hand, that's very hot. So I'm going to put it behind me. And what I would like to do now is just a last little meditation, maybe a couple of minutes, where we can again go deep within ourselves. And after that I will show you how at home you can raise your own energy, your own Kundalini. So put your hands on your lap again. You can close your eyes. And simply put your attention on top of your head, the area that you have pressed with your hand when asking for your self-realization. Do not think. Forgive your thoughts. Let them go. And simply enjoy the present moment. Because it's the only moment which is reality. Try to feel what you can feel in your hands or above your head. But don't think, just observe. It's in this silence we grow as a human being. It's in this silence that all our questions, fundamental questions, are answered. It's in this silence that the truth is revealed. Truth beyond ego and conditionings. And in this present moment, you will understand that truth is that there is only pure love, nothing else. And enjoy it. And be part of it. Slowly open your eyes, but keep your attention on top of your head. Keep in silence. And simply follow my instructions on how to raise your own energy. The way to do it is the left hand is going to move upwards and the right hand is going to rotate around it, and we do that 3 times. So let's do it together. You raise your energy, the left hand going upwards and the right hand rotating around it. And above your head, you can do a knot. We do it a second time. Again, do not think, and just put your attention above your head and do a knot, which is symbolic of our desires to have our self-realization and to maintain it. And the third time, we will do a 3 knot. And put back your hands on your laps. Again, still not thinking. Now we put the right hand on the left. And we are going to do half a circle around ourselves like that, and back, to protect our 7th chakra with the vibrations that are now flowing in your hands, even if you don't feel them in some cases. So, left hand on your lap, right hand on the left, starting on the left, go around it, and we do that 7 times. And put your hands and keep your attention on top of your head and just witness what you can feel in your hands. You might feel some tinglings in fingers. You might feel some heat in one or both hands. Or you might feel fantastic with some coolness coming out of your hands. Whatever you feel, this is the information you receive from the all-pervading power that tells you what's your current spiritual state and how to improve it. So thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed this session, and I'm looking forward to see you for the next session of Meditation's First Steps. Thank you very much.